Welcome back to the channel, everybody, and today we have a very interesting review slash taste testing. See, many people know Twinings as the company famous for their English teas, and, well, on a personal note, Twinings was the company that got me into tea drinking many moons ago. So, as many of you know already, when I was in London a couple months ago, I stopped by the world-famous Twinings tea shop, and lo and behold, to my surprise, Twinings doesn't just make tea. See, in this tea shop, they also had coffee and the product that we're about to look at today. And this is Twinings Swiss Chocolate Drink. Now, it touts being silky smooth and indulgent. It says, enjoy hot or cold. This is basically the middle of summer at this point, so we're going to make it as a chocolate milk. I probably would really like this as a hot chocolate, but, you know, lo and behold, it's definitely too warm for that outside. And I've had this since I came back from England. Technically before I came back from England, because I bought it in England. I just haven't had time to try it yet, but that's all going to change today. So this does have a little bit of a statement on the side here that I'm going to read for you guys. It says, chocolate is one of life's little indulgences, so we've brought you the ultimate Twinings Swiss chocolate drink made with real Swiss chocolate, expertly blended for sheer chocolate heaven. Just add hot or cold milk and immerse yourself in the silky, smooth chocolate taste. It says to add 3 to 4 heaped teaspoons into 200 milliliters of hot or cold milk. Stir well and savor every last sip. I don't know if this is 200 milliliters of milk. I'm not great with liters to ounces and all that. I know this is about 16 ounces, so hopefully it adds up. So, what's interesting about this is it specifically says to add it to milk. I know certain chocolate drinks always say milk or water. I believe a lot of like hot chocolates here in the United States, like Swiss Miss, say to add to hot water or milk depending on preference. The fact that this is specifically saying milk, I don't know if it's just specifically made for that or if it's only a cultural difference. But let's look at these ingredients, right? Because you have sugar, of course. Reduced fat cocoa powder, 18%. Glucose chocolate, 7%. Vanilla flavoring, reduced fat cocoa powder again? No, oh, so the chocolate is made up of sugar, cocoa mass, reduced fat chocolate powder, flavoring, vanillin, some emulsifiers, anti-caking agents, flavoring, vanillin again, and interestingly enough, salt. It says may contain milk. Chocolate contains cocoa solids at 45% minimum. This is Rainforest Alliance certified, gluten-free, suitable for vegetarians. After opening, keep tightly sealed and store in a dry place away from heat. Now, per serving, I guess, we have 173 calories, which ain't all that bad. 4.2 grams of fat, 25.8 grams of carbohydrates, 0.25 grams of salt. I find it interesting that salt is in here, but maybe it'll add to the flavor. And 8.2 grams of protein. So you do get a little bit of protein in this. And, well, let's open this up. Let's see what we got. So I love that offhand, initially, I thought this was just going to be a pop top and there's your chocolate. It does have like an aluminum top to it that will keep this fresh. And it peels off very nice. See, a lot of cocoa powders here in the United States are mostly sugar, a lot of artificial flavoring, and not really that much chocolate itself. But just from the smell of this offhand, you smell chocolate like radiating from this container. So I'm very interested in trying this. I think that's probably a heaped teaspoon, right? Let's throw that in. It says 3 to 4. I don't know if I really need 3 to 4. I'm going to do maybe 3 right now. I might have added a little bit extra in the first bit. Now, I know there's the age-old debate of how you should be mixing your chocolate into your milk. Like, do you throw the powder in first? Do you throw the milk in first? Here, I did the milk first just because I wanted to see how it mixed. Now, sometimes not sometimes. Usually I throw the powder in first just because I feel like that makes more sense, right? But for the purposes of this review, I want to do it opposite just to see, like I said, how it mixed. It looks like it's mixing very, very well. It looked like it was going to be very clumpy in the beginning because everything was just kind of maintaining, like holding itself at the top of the milk. But now, as I'm mixing it, it kind of is getting a little frothy. You still smell like a really authentic chocolate flavoring, or chocolate scent, sorry, that I am excited to try. I think this is actually just about mixed. It might not look as dark as I would hope for, but I have a strange feeling that this is going to be very, very chocolatey as it is. And surprisingly, there's not many clumps I'm seeing. So, let's taste test it, right? Here we go. Twinings Swiss Chocolate Drink with real Swiss chocolate, real cocoa, not a whole lot of calories. And by adding it to milk in itself, you're probably getting a little bit of calcium, some vitamin D. All in all, this is, I don't want to say it's probably a little bit healthy, but it's probably healthier than a lot of the stuff we have here stateside. Just smelling it. It smells very, very chocolatey, and I am all for this. So let's take some sips. Okay, so I don't know where I can buy this stateside, but I need more of it. This is freaking delicious. It just has a really authentic chocolate flavoring to it. Mix it with the milk, it comes off very, very delicious. It kind of feels like if you mix chocolate syrup into here, but it's just like the powder. It doesn't have an artificial taste at all, and it really tastes like a great, like... It tastes like a great, almost like a diner chocolate milk that you would get like first thing in the morning. It's really refreshing. It's hitting the spot. It doesn't taste overly sweet. It's just very chocolatey. It is, like it mentions, silky smooth and indulgent. If I have a cold day, one of these upcoming days, I don't think I'm gonna, but I would love to make a hot chocolate out of this because as a chocolate milk, I don't think I've ever tasted a better freaking chocolate milk, and I have to keep going back to it. What this really tastes like is like if you have a great authentic chocolate ice cream and you let it melt a little bit and you get that really good chocolatey and creamy flavoring to it. That's what this is reminding me of. It also is oddly reminding me of like a chocolate protein powder because of that chocolateness to it, but not that artificial kind of chocolateness to it. If that makes any type of sense. This is fantastic, and I'm a little upset. I'm not going to lie. Not because of the product in any way. I'm upset in myself that I've waited. I came back from London in October, right? And it's June. I've waited about 8 freaking months to try this, and it's only good until September, but I can see myself running through this very quickly. This alone makes me very happy of what I've purchased at the Twinings shop. I do have 3 bags of tea that I've yet to try, but guys, I don't know if we can get this imported. If you are ever in London and you stop by the Twinings shop, look for this Swiss chocolate drink, and you're not going to be disappointed. I didn't think I was going to be this impressed by it, but I am. And I'm not one to really drink milk all that much anymore, or, chocolate milk for that matter either. Like, I'm not big with any dairy, minus like ice cream occasionally and cheese all day, right? But milk isn't something that I usually have in my fridge that I specifically went out and bought to try this, and I might be becoming a chocolate milk drinker again. What I think I liked about this so much is that it mixed very, very well, and the flavor just mashed perfectly. This is, again, if I ever go back to London, which I plan to, maybe even this year, I'm bringing more of this home. Maybe even more than just one container, because I've never tasted anything chocolate milk wise that is this freaking good, guys. If you've had Twinings Swiss Chocolate Drink before, leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. I am astonished by how delicious this is. Until next time, guys, drink your milk. It gives you strong bones, I suppose. I will catch you later. Have a good one. Bye.